On March 13th, both Caner Technical High School and Vinyl Tech High School were honored by the Connecticut State Department of Education as Schools of Distinction at a recognition breakfast in Cromwell, Connecticut. Schools of Distinction is a category in Connecticut's new school measurement system that represents the state's schools that exhibited either highest overall performance, highest performing subgroups, or highest progress. The classification serves to identify schools as exemplars of best practices. Last month in Meriden, Connecticut, the CT HSS and CT SkillsUSA hosted a career day for technical high schools from around the state. I went down there along with my fellow media classmates to find out just a little bit more about this career day. This year on April 23rd in Meriden, Connecticut, the CT Technical High School system, along with the CT SkillsUSA, hosting their own CT HSS Career Day. Around 500 juniors and seniors along with their teachers are scheduled to attend. There will be 11 organizations as well as 7 unions and federal OSHA and the CT Department of Labor attending as well. Students will learn the importance of education, safety, and health. Students and teachers had many hands-on activities to participate in from multiple different trades. There were multiple inside exhibits as well as outside exhibits for both students and teachers to explore.
Well, we give them a basic of what our trades are all about.
Outside we have some scaffold set up, different little projects, the little hands-on projects that they can learn from.
This career day was a great event for students and instructors to participate in. It opened their eyes to what is available to them after high school.
I think it's a wonderful way for high school students to get exposure to some of the work that is available post-graduation.
Someday I'm going to retire, and the next generation needs to take over to help pay for my retirement in plumbing and pipe fitting.
As you may know, technical high schools are a great way for students to excel in a specific trade. This allows students to have a more advanced skill set in a trade rather than a student who attended a public high school.
Yes, absolutely. The 4 years that I spent at Eli Whitney prepared me so much greater than some of my fellow classmates. Once I got into the union, you are thrust back into the school environment for 4 or 5 years of night school. So I did have an advantage on them. I was a step ahead of them, and I actually obtained my state license earlier because of my trade school hours counted towards my state license.
It gives you something to fall back on. Whether you decide to go to college or not, you have something that, you have skills that someone can never take from you. And it sets you up for a lot better success in life.
There was a great showing of this CT HSS Career Day. Students enjoyed and excelled at the hands-on activities and learned a lot from the information that was presented to them. Although this was the first CT HSS Career Day, judging by student reactions, I believe there will be many more. On May 8th, the Connecticut Convention Center in Hartford held the first Making It Real, Girls in Manufacturing Summit. Manufacturing Technology class of 2014 students from Prince Technical High School was a part of 130 middle and high school girls from 9 schools around the state, along with 5 Hartford Job Corps students who proudly participated in the event. The students, along with Jim Clark, Manufacturing Technology Department Head at Prince, spoke to the attendees about the great things being done in the manufacturing technology programs in Connecticut's technical high schools across the state. Guest speakers included the Department of Economic and Community Development Commissioner, Catherine Smith, and Department of Labor Commissioner Sharon Palmer. This event was collaborated with SME's Manufacturing for the Future Conference. SME held this exclusive event for aerospace, defense, medical, and micro manufacturing. The goal was to improve the image of manufacturing and spark interest in manufacturing careers among girls. The summit focused on the unique opportunities for young women in manufacturing, from welding to engineering to finance to quality control to general management. Manufacturing technology continues to advance, and that was showcased at this event. On Friday, May 9th, the annual Connecticut Ford and AAA Auto Skills Competition was held at Manili's in South Windsor. The team of Alec Bergman and Santiago Cerna from Platt Technical High School in Milford, Connecticut came in first. There were a total of 9 teams from technical high schools around the state at the competition Bergman and Cerna competed in. To become eligible to compete in the competition, students had to take online tests. Those who scored the highest earned the right to compete. Students competed on identically prepared 2012 Ford Fiestas. The students' task was to find the fault inside the car and repair and replace bad parts in 90 minutes. When the students were finished fixing the car, they had to drive it to the final judging section. Bergman and Cerna and their instructor, Mr. Michael DeCandia, won an all-expense-paid trip to Dearborn, Michigan to compete in the national finals in June at Ford Motors World Headquarters. Recently, the National Skills USA competition was held for technical high schools. It was a strong competition between schools all around the state. Fellow media student Brittany Petraska has some information about the competition.
Every year, technical schools around the United States compete to represent their state in a SkillsUSA national competition. In state's competition, you compete in your trade or skill against the rest of the technical schools in Connecticut. If you place first, you can compete on the national level representing the state of Connecticut. More than 15,000 people, including students, teachers, and business partners, are expected to participate in this week-long event.
During the state competition, the students from all the technical high schools across the state of Connecticut get to compete against one another. So for instance, all of the electrical trades all over the state from all the technical high schools will get together and compete, and the winner of the state competition will go ahead and compete nationally. And they have a competition for all of the trades that the technical high school systems have in their schools.
Now this is my first chance I get to compete in SkillsUSA. I'm really excited for the opportunity.
No, I have not competed in the SkillsUSA competition before.
I've never competed before in a SkillsUSA competition.
SkillsUSA returns to Kansas City June 23rd to the 27th for the 50th Annual National Leadership and Skills Conference. More than 6,000 outstanding career and technical education students will compete. The state winners of each trade and skill compete against the other 49 states at the conference. Students perform, have meetings, and participate in the award ceremony while they are there for the week.
So all of the trades are involved in the competition, so anything from welding to hairdressing, carpentry, automotive, diesel, and they also have many leadership events. So if people don't make the cut to compete in their actual competition, they can compete in the leadership competition, such as prepared speech, job interview, where they actually go in for a job interview, customer service, how do they treat customers, how you handle pressure.
Automotive has several written tests for each ASE certification area, and we also have multiple practical exams.
For our trade, we will be designing parts on the computer based off blueprints.
Like troubleshooting problems with hardware, putting things together.
Everyone from 99 different trades has a chance to compete. Students work against the clock using the skills they learned from their trade school.
The purpose of the competition is to help students with, they're called soft skills. So if you are studying a trade and maybe you do great on tests, on the book work, but are you actually, and maybe you're great at your actual skill for carpentry or media. However, how do you interact with other people? Whether it's teams or with judges.
90 students and teachers from the Connecticut Technical High Schools will be flying together to Kansas City and staying for the week of the conference. Cheney Tech goes to the Nationals every year to get their chance to compete. We have 4 students and 1 teacher who are planning to beat the competition.
The state competition is held, the main base is at Prince Technical High School. It's March 28th, which is a Friday. The technical high school system gets the day off of school due to the competition because there's so many competitors and the schools are used.
During STC, we took a test, and the top results from the test get picked to go to SkillsUSA.
I got the highest score on the test for our shop.
We had a test in our career development class, and out of all the scores, I had the highest one, so that just placed me in it.
Overall, 5 students and 1 teacher will be coming from Cheney Tech: Cody Moreno, Steven Snyder, Amanda Reel, Isaac Myers, and myself. In Nationals, there is 102 competitions in 99 different trades. The award ceremony will be broadcast on the SkillsUSA website. For more information, go to skillsusa.org.
Wilcox Tech culinary arts students stood proudly in the hall of the House of Representatives while all of Connecticut's state representatives gave them a standing ovation. The response was for the great job the students and their instructors had done in creating and serving a spectacular lunch for all the representatives. This event took place on May 2nd. It gave the culinary arts students an opportunity to showcase their great technical skills. Chef Thomas Flaherty and Chef Jose Kale of Wilcox Tech and culinary arts consultant Mark Hussey supervised as the students prepared a delicious and healthy lunch buffet. The menu included delicious sandwiches, pastas, and tasty pastries. The lunch idea was suggested by Michelle Cook, a state representative from the Torrington 65th District. This event was a time for state legislators to sample some of the work being done by Connecticut's technical high school students across the state. All of these events gave a lot of people a good look at the excellent work being done by technical high school students from around the state. The great success of these events is leading the way to even more events showcasing more students from different trades. For Tech Talk News, I'm Alex Mkoski, signing off.